Hello again, and it's really good to be with you for another assembly and another story. Last time we were thinking about creation and the things that we make, and if you remember, we were looking at Lego and building things and creating things. I wonder if you've ever made something and you've spent ages and ages working on it, and then something happens, maybe by accident. Somebody takes a piece of your Lego model. Somebody knocks it off the table. Maybe you're at the beach and you've built a sandcastle and somebody comes along and jumps on it and squishes it down. I wonder how that makes you feel. Our story today is all about what happened once God had made the world and things started to go a little bit wrong.
A sad day,
Welcome to my world.
God said to Adam.
It's good, isn't it? Welcome to my garden.
God said to Eve.
This is the most beautiful place of all, and I want it to be your home. Take care of the animals for me. Take care of the plants, and eat whatever you like. There are plenty of trees to pick from.
Adam and Eve didn't know what to say. They looked at the garden. They looked at each other. And then they smiled, the world's first smile. Life was going to be perfect here. Just perfect.
There's just one more thing.
God said.
Do you see that tree over there? The one in the middle of the garden? Well, the fruit on that tree is not good for you. If you eat it, you will make me very unhappy, and you will have to leave this beautiful place.
Adam and Eve looked at each other again. With so many trees to choose from, that hardly seemed a problem. And for a long time, they were content, with soft, juicy pears, sweet, thick-skinned oranges, and round, ripe melons. Then, one day, the serpent came to visit.
Tell me,
The serpent said to Eve.
which trees are you allowed to eat from?
Every tree.
Eve smiled.
Oh, except the one in the middle here of the garden.
Oh,
Said the crafty serpent.
why is that?
Well, because it will make God unhappy.
Eve answered.
And we would have to leave this beautiful place.
It's ridiculous.
Laughed the serpent.
God does not want you to eat that fruit because he knows it would make you as clever as him. You know all about being good. God has told you nothing about what it means to be bad. Eat the fruit and you will know all about that too.
Eve thought that the fruit looked delicious. She had sometimes wondered what it tasted like, and it wasn't really fair of God to keep things from them. So she picked a piece and took a bite and gave Adam a taste as well. And right away, they discovered what it meant to do something bad. Their stomachs churned with guilt, their faces turned red with shame, and instead of running to meet God when he next visited the garden, they ran away to hide.
I know what you have done.
God called out sadly.
Now you will have to leave this beautiful place. Goodbye.
God said to Adam.
From now on, you will have to scratch at the earth for the food you eat. Goodbye.
God said to Eve.
Your life will be hard too. And when your lives end,
God said finally.
you will go back to the ground from which you came.
Adam and Eve looked at each other. Then they walked sadly out of the garden. They had learned what it meant to be bad, and they had changed God's good world forever.
What a sad story. It really was a sad day. Adam and Eve were so excited to be in that garden. They had so many beautiful things to enjoy, but the one thing they were told not to do, they just couldn't resist it, and they ate the bad apple, and it made God very sad. And that's when the world began to go wrong. I'm sure you've never done anything wrong. You're such good children. But maybe sometimes we do make mistakes and make things happen that are not so good. In our world, we often see times when people are arguing or fighting or not making the right choices, and it makes us very, very sad. Sometimes we might have done something wrong and we've had to miss out on a treat, or go to bed early, or go on to a naughty step or time out, just to think about what we've done. And when we do that, it's really important that we say sorry to our friends and our grown-ups that we might have said sad, been made sad. Sometimes it's really hard to make the right choice, but it's really important, isn't it, that we don't upset other people's feelings. So we're going to say a special prayer to ask God to help us while we're at school today and to try and make the right choices. So again, if you want to close your eyes, or you can just listen carefully with your ears. Dear God, we thank you for that amazing world, and we're sorry that sometimes we do things wrong, especially when it destroys our world. Please help us to try and make the right decisions and to know the difference between good and bad choices. Help us also to keep safe in this lovely world we have. Amen. So maybe next time you can let us know when we see you about some of the really good choices that you have made. See you soon.